Let's talk about tonight's showdown on the ice, the Carolina Hurricanes taking on the New York Rangers. Now, the Rangers? They're skating on thin ice, sitting 3 points out of a playoff spot. Desperation fuels them, sure. But does it sharpen their blades or send them crashing into the boards? That's the question. Igor Shesterkin's been better lately. No doubt. 4 wins in his last 5 starts. Solid, but not unstoppable. And behind him? Jonathan Quick, a name that sounds faster than his glove hand has been this season. The Rangers have been keeping games tight defensively, but scoring 3 goals a night isn't exactly putting fear into the hearts of their opponents. Now let's turn to Carolina, a team that doesn't just win games, they control them. They're riding high with a 4-1 record in their last 5. Sure, they took an OT loss to the Islanders, but look at the big picture, this is a team that doesn't flinch. And they just made a statement with a blockbuster trade, bringing in Mikko Rantanen, a 28-year-old playmaker with ice water in his veins. He didn't light the lamp in his debut, but trust me, that storm's coming. Then there's Sebastian Aho. 6 points in his last 5 games. 50 points on the season. This guy isn't just a center. He's the hurricane that drives this team's offense. Behind him, you've got Jacob Slavin and Shane Gostisbehere locking down the blue line with the precision of a surgeon. Oh, and Pyotr Kochetkov in net? He's not just good. He's the kind of goalie who turns scoring chances into wishful thinking. And let's not forget the season series. Carolina leads it 2-0. Home ice, road ice, it doesn't matter. The Rangers haven't cracked this code yet. But here's the kicker, Carolina doesn't just win, they play like they've got something to prove. They're the hunters, and tonight, the Rangers are the prey. And today's AI pick is the Carolina Hurricanes moneyline. The better team. The tougher team. The team that knows how to win when it matters most. On to Game 2.
The Winnipeg Jets march into the Bell Center tonight to face the Montreal Canadiens. Now, you could call this a clash of 2 teams with very different identities. On one side, the Jets dominant, efficient, and lethal on the power play. On the other, the Canadiens, scrappy but inconsistent, fighting to stay relevant in a season that seems to be slipping through their fingers. Let's start with Winnipeg. They're not just leading the NHL in goals scored this season with 180. That's not a typo. This team knows how to light the lamp. Connor Hellebuyck, the man guarding their cage, is a machine. Over 300 wins in his career, a .917 save percentage, and a knack for delivering when it matters most. Their power play? Running at an absurd 33.33% efficiency. They're not just dangerous, they're clinical. Now Montreal. A team with heart, no doubt. They pushed the Devils to the edge in their last game, but couldn't seal the deal. Sam Montembeault will be in net, and while he's at his moments, a .898 save percentage doesn't exactly inspire confidence against a team like Winnipeg. Sure, they've got Cole Caulfield and some pop on the power play, but they're up against a juggernaut tonight. Let's talk intangibles. Montreal is at home, and the Bell Center can be electric. But does that electricity transfer to the ice? The Canadiens are 29th in the league in shots taken. That's not going to cut it against a team that can outscore you in their sleep. Winnipeg's depth, firepower, and elite goaltending put them in a league of their own. And today's AI pick is the Winnipeg Jets moneyline. It's about momentum, precision, and dominance. The Jets have it all, and they're not slowing down tonight. On to Game 3.
The Colorado Avalanche may have the better record, but tonight's game is about more than standings. This is about momentum, defense, and the grit to outwork your opponent. Let's talk about the New York Islanders. The Islanders are coming into this game with fire, riding a 4-game winning streak. That's not luck, that's a team finding its identity when it matters most. Their defense has been rock solid during this stretch, allowing just 5 goals across 4 games. Alexander Romanov and Scott Mayfield have been stalwarts on the blue line, while Adam Pelech continues to anchor a unit that refuses to give up easy chances. And then there's Ilya Sorokin, a goaltender capable of stealing games. His .904 save percentage might not pop off the stat sheet, but in recent games, he's been a wall. Now let's look at Colorado. Sure, They're scoring goals, but they've also been leaking them, giving up 3.12 goals per game. Cale Makar and Devon Toews can only do so much. And the rest of their defensive core has been inconsistent, leaving Scott Wedgwood exposed. Speaking of Wedgwood, while his numbers are respectable, he's not the kind of goalie who steals games on the road. And let's not forget the elephant in the room. The Avalanche traded away Mikko Rantanen. That's a seismic shift for their offense. Sure, Nathan MacKinnon and Casey Mittelstadt are dangerous. But removing a 25-goal scorer from your lineup isn't something you recover from overnight. The Islanders, on the other hand, may not score in bunches, but they don't need to. They thrive in low-scoring, grinded-out games. Their defense suffocates opposing offenses. And when you combine that with the energy of the home crowd at UBS Arena, this game has all the makings of an Islanders upset. And today's AI pick is the New York Islanders moneyline. Defense wins games, and tonight, the Islanders' grit and Sorokin's presence in net will be the difference.
The Dallas Stars against the Vegas Golden Knights. Now that's a matchup that gets the blood pumping, isn't it? Two powerhouses, two teams with championship DNA, and one game to decide who's the king of the castle tonight. But let me be clear, Vegas isn't just a castle. It's a fortress. Dallas? Sure, they've been hot. 2 wins in a row, solid offense, and a defense that's been locking teams down, allowing only 2.45 goals per game. Jake Oettinger's a wall, no question, with a .913 save percentage and a sparkling 2.28 goals against average. The Stars have been doing all the right things. But here's the thing about walking into Vegas. It's where dreams go to die. The Golden Knights, they don't just win games, they bury you. They're averaging 3.40 goals per game, with Jack Eichel, Mark Stone, and Thomas Hertl combining for an absurd 145 points this season. And let's not forget Ivan Barbashev and his crew. These guys don't just provide depth, they're lethal. Barbashev, Dorofeyev, and Howden, they've stacked up 52 goals this season. That's the kind of firepower that turns tight games into blowouts. Now, Vegas's defense? It's no joke either. Braden McNabb, Alex Pietrangelo, Shea Theodore, they don't just shut you down, they make you regret stepping on their ice. And Adin Hill? He's been rock solid in net, with a 2.60 goals against average. He may not have the flashiest stats, but at home, he doesn't just defend the crease, he owns it. Let's not forget one critical thing. Vegas thrives at home. The energy of the crowd, the lights, the swagger, it's overwhelming. Dallas might come in with their stars, but Vegas? They're rolling the dice, stacking the odds, and ready to cash out. And today's AI pick is the Vegas Golden Knights moneyline. Vegas doesn't just win, they dominate. At home, under the bright lights, they're untouchable. Tonight, they'll show Dallas what it means to play in their house.
Alright, let's wrap things up with one final showdown, the Anaheim Ducks against the Seattle Kraken. Now, some might say this is a mismatch, but I've got a different take. This game is about momentum, hunger, and the will to defy expectations. The Ducks? They've been counted out all season, but here they are, rolling into Seattle off back-to-back wins. That's not just a spark, it's the start of a fire. Troy Terry is leading the charge with 38 points, while Ryan Strome and Frank Vatrano are stepping up to give this team some depth. And let's talk about Lukas Dostal. The man stopped 32 of 33 shots in their last game. He's showing he can handle the pressure, and tonight he's the key to shutting down Seattle's attack. Now, the Kraken might look strong at first glance. They've won 3 of their last 4 games and have a balanced offense with Jared McCann, Chandler Stevenson, and Jaden Schwartz all contributing. But here's the thing. Their defense is shaky at best, allowing 3.12 goals per game. Joey Daccord? A .821 save percentage isn't striking fear into anyone. Especially not a Ducks team finding its stride. Let's be real, Seattle is 8-1-1 in their last 10 against Anaheim. But those stats don't tell the full story. Anaheim is playing desperate hockey, and desperate teams are dangerous. They've shaken off their struggles and are coming into this game with nothing to lose and everything to prove. And today's AI pick is the Anaheim Ducks moneyline. This team has the fight, the drive, and the grit to take down the Kraken tonight.
Let's recap today's AI picks. Game 1, Carolina Hurricanes moneyline. Carolina's offensive firepower, defensive solidity, and recent form make them the team to beat against the Rangers. Game 2, Winnipeg Jets moneyline. With the league's top goal-scoring offense and Connor Hellebuyck's reliable goaltending, the Jets take the edge over the Canadiens. Game 3, New York Islanders moneyline. The Islanders' stifling defense, Ilya Sorokin's dependable presence in net, and a 4-game win streak set them up to frustrate the Avalanche. Game 4, Vegas Golden Knights moneyline. Vegas thrives under the home lights, and their combination of depth and discipline will outmatch the Stars. Game 5, Anaheim Ducks moneyline. Anaheim's grit and recent momentum give them what it takes to outwork the Kraken in Seattle. There you have it, 5 strong picks to dominate today's slate. Until next time, stay sharp and trust the AI edge.